Introduction. As I stand amongst the noteworthy crowd surrounded by Olympians, politicians, and business leaders, there's a surreal disbelief that I find myself worthy enough to attend a memorial service honoring a distinguished statesman, coach, and mentor, a man who earned my presence. Despite the accolades and successes that have marked my journey, I can't shake the nagging questions that persist. Why am I here? How did I get here? And most annoying, how can I be standing among my accomplished peers and yet feel like an imposter? There's a peculiar discomfort that watches over me when I find myself in the company of those from a time when I wasn't so sure of myself. It's a journey back to the emotions and thoughts associated with that period, and it's both disconcerting and exhausting. Intellectually, I can rationally qualify my worth. But emotionally, I've spent a lifetime standing on the wrong side of the velvet rope, never feeling deserving or certain that I belong, even when wrapped in my successes. No matter what heights I reach or accomplishments I attain, the persistent feeling of inadequacy remains, a haunting echo from the insecurities of my childhood in foster care. The patterns of silent submissiveness and invisibility ingrained during those formative years continue to cast a long shadow over my sense of self. Returning to this place filled with both wonderful and painful memories evokes a conflicted sense of being home. I spent 4 years competing, growing up, and nurturing my ever-evolving identity here. Even a snowstorm attempting to block my return couldn't prevent my presence, a testament to the importance of honoring the stability Coach Rosen and Auburn University provided in my life. The uneasiness I feel reminds me of a photograph taken of me as I stood in the hallway of my former high school, a frozen moment in time that paints a deceptive portrait of normalcy and well-adjustment. In that snapshot, I stand poised, a veneer of composure masking the profound impact of my lived experiences. It's a peculiar image to me, a still frame that betrays the turmoil beneath the surface. On the exterior, I project an image of a high school student-athlete seamlessly navigating the corridors of adolescence. I appear well-adjusted, allegedly fitting into the expected mold of teenage life and experiences. Yet the photograph conceals a truth that runs deeper than the captured moments suggest. It doesn't peel back the layers to reveal the emotional turbulence, the scars of trauma, or the internal conflicts that were my constant companions. It doesn't capture the silent struggles, the self-doubt, or the identity crisis that marked those formative years. In this snapshot, the impact of my experiences remain hidden, cloaked in the facade of normalcy. The image, perhaps unintentionally, perpetuates the narrative of a life untouched by adversity. Yet despite the conflict of the captured moment, I keep it as a tangible reminder of a version of myself I wished for people to see. And so, despite the impact of my experiences, the photograph endures as a paradox, confirmation to the art of concealment, a visual contradiction to the intricate tapestry of my internal struggles. It raises questions about the stories we tell through images and the complexities that lie beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary moments. In the quiet corridors of memory, that photograph remains, a silent reminder of the intricate dance between appearance and reality. In this contemplative view of the image, I acknowledge the yearning of a version of myself unmarked by the disruptions of foster care. It becomes a symbol of the ongoing journey to reconcile the aspirations of who I could be with the complexities of who I am, shaped by a history that is both painful and transformative. What the picture doesn't show is the me I believed I was, or more significantly, the me I thought the world would see. It doesn't show the me that lived in the shadows, away from the pity, away from the shame, away from the truth. This is the current conflict I find myself in decades later, in a room of people who only know a fraction of who I am and only understand how our shared experience binds us together. This neatly packed package of self-doubt and uncertainty, a product of my past, remains a constant companion on the journey of self-discovery. It's a weight that I carry, an intricate part of the narrative that has shaped the person I am today. Despite the desire to shed its burden, this package is inseparable from my identity. Validation of the enduring impact of those early experiences. As I grapple with the past while planted in the present, I'm confronted with the uncertainty of whether the truth of my lived experiences was just my truth or a shared reality. Having been raised in the era of children should be seen and not heard, a pervasive culture of secrets, and the suffocating shame that kept people in line, I was molded into a perfect soldier, silent, compliant, and invisible. The one certainty I hold is that, back then, I wouldn't have been ready for the truth. Even now, the readiness remains uncertain, for the truth of those years, if fully embraced, could shatter the fragile foundation on which I was built. In a space that holds yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I make a choice. As I have done so many times as a track and field athlete, I choose to respond to the call of the starter. As he commands, runners, take your mark. I get into position as I carry with me all my preparation and experiences for the event before me. As he commands set, I position and brace myself in the starting blocks as I listen for the signal that it is my time and only my time to remember who I am and why I am here. At the sound of the starter's gun, I am out of the starting blocks and into the race. Unlike the many races of my past, this one includes no competitors. This race is about healing. This race is about understanding, and this race is about helping. This race is about one man's journey through the foster care system and how that experience continues to mold me into who I am today.